Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is where you find out all the information about short sales, foreclosure, forbearance, loan modifications, deferment, and everything in between. I'm Barbara Jennings, your local short sale realtor, and this is Joe Vance. He's with KJD Resolutions. He processes the short sale for all of the realtors and stuff. We're here in Virginia, but he also is able to do this in other states as well. So our contact information will be down in the description later on. But in this video, you'll want to stay tuned to the very, very end because we're going to tell you guys, is short sales coming back in 2025? Are they going to be a big thing? There's been all this buzz that the market was going to crash, and 2021, 22, the market just kept going up and up and up. Now the interest rates are peaked at close to 7%. Home prices are starting to drop. We're also seeing price reductions, homes staying on the market longer. Yep. So, Joe, can you share with us a little bit? What's your thinking? Have you seen more short sales here in 2025 compared to 2024?
I have. Forbearances are finally catching up, and I'm getting realtors calling me. Oh my goodness, I thought my client owed $300,000. They owe $420,000.
Yeah. What's the forbearance? So,
forbearance is when COVID hit, they gave a break on foreclosures and said, okay, nobody is going to have a foreclosure, but what they're doing is putting it as a partial claim, what you owed, and then when it's time to pay the piper, there's a lot of fees. Yeah. So if you owed like $60,000 in back payments and they put a partial claim, you're looking at probably $130,000, $140,000.
Wow. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know that until what happens? Until
you do your title work and you see, okay, there's a partial claim, which is a second lien, and it has to be paid. And they're like, oh, I thought you're thinking you're getting money back and you actually owe money. Yeah. And that's when you do a short sale where we get them to take less to pay off the loan. Yeah. And that way you don't have to bring any money to the table.
So do you really think like 2025, because of all the forbearance and everything that's happened in the last 4 to 5 years, are you seeing, is it doubled since last year this time? Has it tripled?
I wouldn't say, there's a little bit of an increase. I wouldn't say doubled. For example, this time last year I had like 2 short sales. Now I have about 12.
Okay.
And this is just in Virginia. I have a few in other states, but in Virginia, I have about 12. But I got a phone call this morning on the way over here. So they're coming back, and unfortunately, one of the main reasons is because of forbearances, and people didn't know what was on their title, and like we talked about before, the amount of the payoff is what comes in play.
Yeah, and so with that being said, with the amount of the payoff and the market was up here and now it's taking that shift and stuff, especially people, that bought in the last 4 or 5 years, we're finding with all the cost of sale, the commissions, the compensation, the seller subsidy, all of these fees that are included on a regular sale, that at the end of the day, when the dust settles, like Joe said, you owe money, or maybe you say you're breaking even, and then we get you under contract, and next thing you know, we run title, and oh my goodness, 2-3 weeks in, you find out that you owe money or something. So we really, really need to make sure that we're doing that title pull at the very beginning of the listing.
Absolutely. I always recommend that. I work for a title company, ATG Title, and we do a title snapshot for our agents to see what exactly they're working with, so they can actually go to the listing appointment prepared, saying, well, I don't have a second lien. Well, actually you do. You did a forbearance in 2023, and this is what the amount is. So I always recommend doing that before closing, or before your listing appointment.
Yeah, before it goes on the market and stuff, so we know where to price it and all the good stuff. Yeah. Great information, Joe. 2025 short sales, they're trickling back in. I know Joe also stops foreclosures. He stopped one the other day, was able to help a disabled veteran you get a loan modification and kind of jump through some hoops and stuff. Yep. But if you are behind on your mortgage, you bought in the last 4 or 5 years, did the deferment or the forbearance, and you're really just not sure, reach out to us down at the bottom in the description. You'll find my contact information. I will guide you on the listing part, and then we can get you in touch with Joe. And just kind of see where we're at and what we're dealing with. We need to have all of that information in our hands to make an informed decision. So
right.
again, I'm Barbara Jennings, your short sales specialist here in the Virginia area. And this is Joe Vance with KJD Resolutions. We're here as a team to help you make an informed decision for you, your family, or whomever you're here with. So make sure that you tap the subscribe button, click the bell, get the notifications, because we're making new videos and we're letting people know up-to-date things, because on our next video, we're going to be talking about the new VA program that just got released here in July. So stay tuned. I'm going to put the link down in the end of the video there, so you guys will have that handy for you. So until we meet you in person.